Welcome back to the Poochy Open, everybody. I'm Forky, joined alongside Tulker, and we're here to bring you some more quarterfinal matchups. And boy, do we have some good ones here. The last two players who we haven't seen in this tournament yet, with our number 1 and 2 seeds, Cards of the Heart and FFR, where they always belong. They've been here for so many years, and we finally get to see them play today, going up against two formidable foes, two PvP titans with Corey, BLD, and Ty. I'm very excited for these matches. And Tulker, what do you think about the two that we're going to be seeing today?
I am incredibly excited to see these matches unfold. I mean, will we be seeing the Titans fall or will we be seeing the Titans reign supreme? It's always going to be one of those super exciting matches because no matter what happens, we're going to see an insane display of skill from our veteran players, and we will not be. I don't think that we're going to be having our less veteran players be shown up, especially with all the PvP skills they've amassed. So it is always going to be a joy for the eyes.
Yeah, Corey and Ty with some very impressive round one wins too, because they had some very formidable foes, being 8 and 7, having to play the 9 and 10 seeds respectively. Like they've worked hard to get to this point, but you got to think we are 3 tournaments in, and Cards and FFR surprisingly without a tournament win in the open format yet. You got to think sometime the RNG is going to come around and be in their favor. So this might be their time to shine. And I see the timers ticking down already. We're going to be hopping into this match very, very shortly. And it looks like we're starting on hard mode to begin things. What do you think about the hard selection?
I think the hard selection is the safest bet, so to speak. It's the more consistent version for most of these players. So I'm excited to see how they're going to be showcasing their skills. We see Ty and FFR going a little bit faster than Cards and Corey, who are just starting their sets right now.
All right, everyone's favorite. We're starting off with Lakitu at the beginning. Hard mode, notably, is going to have much faster clear speed than the other two modes we will be seeing in this match. So you're going to be seeing, on average, much quicker matches. We saw FFR with a pretty quick one there. Cards following up with a 16, and Corey might match that with a 16 himself. So everyone doing pretty good on Lakitu here, not getting majorly trolled.
Absolutely. Ty going with an 18. We are seeing some very, very quick combos coming up from FFR, already going to a 3-chain, 4-chain with a 10 combo. Really, really crazy. And now prepping an 8 just for the follow-up. Cards, on the other hand, going for a 2-chain 6 with a 3-chain 5, going for the 4 and the 5-5. That's going to have a 7 follow-up and probably going to be enough. 12 seconds for FFR Pro, 14 for Ty, really keeping it up there. 13 for Cards, and we're going to be seeing Corey here getting unfortunately cleared, but having enough on the
15
back
is
end
the
for a
slowest
15.
time. Can you believe that? These guys out the gate, we saw Ty with a fist bump after his quick time too. FFR cut it off at a 3-chain because his 10 combo was that powerful. And he's going to be just one line short, gets it really quick here for a 16-second. But I think all these players look pretty warmed up, getting a lot of stuff sent here. Cards with a really good combo follow-up at the beginning of his chain. But Ty, 14 seconds on his end. Once again, 16 for Cards. Is Corey going to get a 14? Oh, my goodness.
Oh my
Such
god.
good play right now.
Absolutely. All these players really, really showcasing their skill. Here we go. FFR going with a 2-chain 4, 3-chain, now 5, 4-chain. And a 6 for a 15. That's going to be the end of it. Ty, on the other hand, going 3-4, not making that a 5. It was right there for him, but still not enough. He's just very, very short. 13 seconds for far. Cars, on the other hand, is very hefty. 5-chain ready to go, and that's dinging for 12. And Corey trying to follow, but getting instantly cleared. Unfortunately, that's going to be a time loss for him. Ty rounding it up at a 19 seconds, and Corey still needs a little bit more right there to finish up.
Yeah, Corey, a little unfortunate getting that clear on his side. Managed to clean up with a really respectable 21. And Ty's, he didn't have the greatest follow-up at the beginning, but the AI didn't help him either with how low they were playing. So he's going to have to dig himself out of a hole because FFR is not going to give you any wiggle room. He's still rattling off this 14s. And Don't Look Now Cards is going to try to match his pace too. I mean, it's kind of bragging rights between FFR and Cards right now, too, because I'm sure they love their points in the Race Time GG chat as well. So they're going to be trying to not only beat their own opponents, but beat one another to try to get those juicy points.
Absolutely. Corey dinging at an 18, and now we go back again to the beginning. FFR, a lot of 4 combos, though. those are stacking up really nicely for him. 16 seconds getting out of Blarg. Now with Cards here with a 6 combo out of 4 chain. Just ended it quick. An 8 follow-up. That is more than enough for 12. Ty here pushing forward with a 6 chain, big hunky chain, making sure to keep Blarg topped off. That's going to ding for 15. And Corey, again, a bit of a shorter attack, still trying to catch up. He does have some distance from Cards, who is almost at a single stage lead at this point.
Yeah, that was a really nice decision by Ty, because I know a lot of people won't opt to do some of those longer chains, but if you're not finding those combos immediately, it's totally fine to go for them. And I think especially so on this hard difficulty, because things will clear faster, so that 6 chain will drop a lot sooner than as opposed to on easy and normal. But he is going to have to play a little bit more risky as things go on here, because FFR is threatening to lap him, and that clear does not help the situation at all.
Yeah, Cars had a beautiful panel catch right there to extend it to a 5 combo 4 chain in the previous stage, and now it's just making a 4 chain 6 combos, all going all the way to 5, and that is going to be enough to tap Raph here. But Raph's following with an 8 combo, got a down stack here, not at all. 16 seconds on the clock. Corey still on fish, 35 seconds. That's painful, but gets out at 37, and we see FFR now moving along into this hook bill with a strong setup, sending an 8 as a follow-up, 9 as a follow-up, just to end it up very strong.
Oh, it's so satisfying to see all those combo garbage blocks drop with that delay. And this is where Cards and FFR are going to thrive a lot, because if they are a little bit short or they played a little bit risky, they have such good vision to find these combos. And it looks like almost the same kill from Cards and FFR. Their initial chain dropped, and then their combo garbage came a little bit afterwards. So they are extending their leads right now. As Corey still trying to make it into the cave. Very good send from him, and it looks like he will clean it up at a 26. As Ty, let's see what he's got on hook bill.
Yeah, both of these competitors trying to destroy the Titans here are struggling with a 1 stage deficit at this point, and both Cards and FFR just flying off the handle, making sure to put all the pressure they can on these two. FFR getting a second clear on this plant, going all the way to 30 seconds, almost 27, and 25 seconds for hook bill for Ty, so he really didn't get to make much time off of that. Cards
Yeah,
also getting a cleared here in plan, unfortunately, and the big punk from Corey is going to give him a 12. Lots of makeup time right there for him.
Yeah, that was absolutely huge. Cards plant went down the 3 rows and was able to get that clear because Cards was a little bit short on a send. So Corey taking advantage of that. He's going to need to continue to play risky here and hope that Kamek and Bowser troll a little bit on Cards' side. But honestly, it's kind of the same lead in both of our matches, and I wouldn't count anyone out yet because Bowser is still exists and he can ruin anyone's run.
Absolutely. Here we have Cards very masterfully managing his color conflicts. Corey, unfortunately, dropping his chain, sending 4 combos to the plant as a backup. It will be enough to top it off, but that's not what you want to send. And we
All right.
have both FFR and Cards facing off in Bowser. Ty already and Kamek trying to catch up. Same for Corey, who's just starting Kamek here.
Yeah, very solid runs from Cards and FFR right now. If they get these really quick cheese kills, potentials at sub 7, I don't think either are going to get it. Maybe Cards, because I keep forgetting their timers are a little synced, but that clear's probably going to ruin it. I don't know. There's no chain.
7 on the dot for FFR. Unfortunately, didn't make it. 6:59 for Cards, beating FFR by a second only. Ty now starting his own Bowser. Here we go with a 4 combo 2 chain, another 4 combo on his 4 chain. That's all it's gonna be, and that's just gonna be 4 lines. Unfortunately for Ty, that's not enough for Bowser. Getting his combo even from the growing stack, not gonna be what he needs. Panicking a little bit, fumbling even to find a follow-up. Just spamming 4 combos is not gonna do it. But Bowser's already gonna get crushed from all the 4 combos and other combos that Ty has said. Corey making a lot of time here, trying to stay afloat and finish off strong with his Bowser, making a combo there. Bowser instantly clearing with a 5 combo of his own as soon as Corey gets his trash sent.
And that'll do it. Corey finishes with a 748 and Ty with a 741. Very good times on their ends as well, but it's like when it comes to playing against Cards and FFR, if they're feeling it and RNG is on their side too, they're just going to hit these low 7-minute times all day, and that was the difference in this match. Cards will be earning his first star, and FFR will be getting his first star. One win away from moving on to the semifinals for both of them.
We can see our seeds are actually appropriate. Cards being the first out, FFR being the second, and Ty beating Corey by 7 seconds. Unfortunately, the competition is not between 1 and 2 and 8 and 7, but rather the opposite. So this is going to be Titans reigning supreme with the start of hard. If you were Corey or Ty, which difficulty would you pick? Where would you be going here, Porky?
This is a tough one because I think hard still has the most variance, and that's where I'd always go to. But since they started on that, obviously that's not an option anymore. I feel like easy. I would probably pick easy, and there's maybe a few reasons why. It seems like it's like pretty consistent in the times that you get because the AI is not moving a lot and they sometimes get it clear, they sometimes don't. Like, as long as your garbage is consistent, there's slower speeds, you're usually going to top them off. But I think just that little bit of variance, if you get more lucky than your opponent, maybe it'll do that. Maybe you'll get the win. But it looks like I'm wrong. It's going to be normal, in which I think it's... You could pick either one here. I think they're both very, very similar modes, and it's really just a feel thing at the end of the day. Like, I feel like I get more consistent times on easy than I do normal.
I think I would have opted for normal as well, and I think it's exactly because of that lack of consistency that you get in normal. They're hoping to have that lack of consistency be what they can get to steal a game from these top seeders, since at the end of the day, a clear for the enemy might just mean a fast clear for me on the stage and a lot time loss for them. So I would also opt for normal, being Ty and Corey, hoping that that variance works in my favor instead of my opponent's.
Mm-hmm. And you got to be careful because Cars and FFR definitely were on their game here, and Easy and Normal definitely tend themselves a lot to the combo game still. I think you can make the argument that Hard is maybe a little bit more combo heavy because the opponent is usually higher on the stack, but I think you just need to be that much more on top of your game because the quicker you can send garbage, the better here. And we are off. Back to Lakitu. Normal, we're going to be racing to Piranha. Or Kamek, rather.
You can't make here. Yeah, we have a 10 combo for FFR on his 14. That is more than enough for a 12-second Black and Ty trying to match him. Unfortunately, a couple lines short. From card side, we see a very healthy 13-second top off and 15-second death, and Corey unfortunately getting cleared, which is gonna be a little bit of time waste and a random chain happening for him, which is gonna cause him to have some delay. 22 seconds is his lack.
All right, let's see what we can do on stage 2 here. It looks like Cards has got himself a pretty good start here. FFR having to deal with the clear on his end. There's going to be 3-6 combos, it looks like, that's falling on top of this garbage that Cards sent. And, oh, the clear coming out right at the last second. That's going to be what Corey needs to get in this race a little bit. Meanwhile, Ty is also gaining back 5 seconds himself. But, oh, a clear once on Corey's side, too. So... And a second tier chain falls into place, so he's actually going to be losing time because of that.
Yeah, that is really unfortunate for Corey. Still only losing a second is thankful when you have a second tier clear like that one. FFR still opting for those 4 chains. They are working wonders for him with a follow-up of 8 combos. So he is keeping up the pressure with a 14 here on their namesake Pup Cup. And 15 seconds for Ty celebrating. That was a good 15 seconds, still keeping very close to FFR, not letting that distance grow very much. On the other hand, Cards with an 18 seconds on the dog, having a clear be unfortunate. I think that's the variance that Corey wants, but Corey's also getting cleared and not topping off the dog fast enough, but still getting a 15 just to be able to move forward.
Yeah, Ty's early game momentum is pretty good right now. Fitting in a lag chain here, maybe extending it out a little bit too much, but you know your opponent's going to be immediately topped off here. Even if they downstack 3 lines, he had plenty of garbage at the top. Slowly whittling away at FFR, and if he can keep himself with a positive mental attitude right now, I think he has a shot at taking out FFR. But Corey is going to need some help. Cards is just on a roll right now. A 12-second time there. And Corey just a little bit short on his sin. This is going to drop down 2 lines too and force a clear.
Ooh. That is very unfortunate for Corey. He does have some time to make up here. And I don't know if you're checking the screen timers, but it seems if we're going by the feed, that Ty's actually 2 seconds behind on the feed. And he should be ahead of FFR right now by 1 second. These two are neck and neck, and Ty is really doing his best to try to steal that game from FFR. Cards, on the other hand, extending his lead already to a 1-stage lead over Corey. Unfortunately for Corey, Corey will need some jank happening to Cards to be able to catch up here.
Ty is one of my favorite players to watch in the scene when it comes to not only speedrunning but PvP. I think it's like I feel like he just has such a big knowledge in the game, and maybe he doesn't practice as much because he spreads himself out to playing so many different games. But you can just see when he gets in the groove, he just feels it and connects and gets some really good times. Unfortunately, the clear is going to waste a lot of time there, but I think he's going to easily bounce back here and try to make up some more time on FFR.
And overall, Cards taking the full lead of this tournament now because he just had a 13-second blarg that just gave him the time to be able to push past FFR's current lead over the group. Right now, 16-second fish coming out from FFR. Cards just a little bit behind, but remember this group started a little bit later. 17 seconds for his fish. And here we have Ty just topping off for a 19-second fish. Will Corey finish off with an 18? Well, we'll have a stage still to think it over as Corey is a little bit behind, finishing his blarg at 18.
FFR, not too many combos at the beginning of his chain, so he extended it out to a 15, but he got a lot going at the end, so that stacked really nicely to give him a 14-second here on Raven. Cards is going to match that with almost a very similar attack there. I think one smaller link in his chain, though, and once again, Cards and FFR pretty synced here in their gameplay, and I would expect nothing less from them. As Ty ends up getting an 18-second himself, Corey going to end up with a 21-second kill of his own, heading into Raven himself for his match, and Ty looking to still try to battle back at FFR here.
This isn't the strongest attack coming out from FFR. It literally is a little bit short. And if Hookbill sees it, he might just get the clear. He drops the clear instead as he was in down stacking mode. Unfortunately for FFR, he does not have to pay any taxes to the turtle.
Oh, very nice 10 combo on Ty's side. Had a cool little horizontal that fell into place and a vertical at the very left. And this is going to help him a little bit, but that clear and a chain falling from that clear is just pushing him back ever so much. Meanwhile, Corey having to deal with sending 10 lines of garbage because Raven was not nice on his end too. Both of our top seeds are kind of pulling ahead now. We're going to need some trolling here on the last stage. FFR finishes off Piranha, and he's only 1 away from taking the series.
Indeed, and Cards, while he did struggle a little bit with the turtle, he is coming back strong with that lag chain there just to make sure that he gets a lot of lines for this plant, and he's gonna get it at 16. Corey's still a stage behind. Beautiful 6 on 2 different sides, but will that be enough for him? Now we have Ty here, healthy attack. If that down stack isn't topped off, he's not. That's all the time wasted. And unfortunately, I think that's going to be FFR taking the game as his attack does have enough follow-up lines. Kamek just chaining for the slipe. Oh my god, the 1-line clear for Kamek, just wasting all the time he can from FFR. Unfortunately, not giving enough time to anybody else to steal this lead, or maybe Cards?
Ty had an opportunity there with Kamek going down to that 1 line, but unfortunately just a couple stages set him back, or else he could have easily taken this match. Meanwhile, Cards had a clear on his Kamek, but it's only a matter of time. He's going to clean his up too and also be taking his series match against Corey. Corey, pretty bad luck in terms of these last couple stages, though. I've seen a lot of his opponents clearing down to 2 and 3 lines, and he's been having to send a lot of garbage. But that is the name of the game. Sometimes the AI is a little mean, sometimes they're not, and you still got to deal with that and adjust. But I would
Indeed.
say very well played by both of them still. Like, there's not much you can do when you run into two of the best in this game, but their hard times were both very, very good. And cleaning up these normal times, too, very respectable. It's going to be a 7:01 for Ty, and coming in at a mid 7-minute time here as soon as this last little bit of garbage falls. And hopefully, Kamek no more clears. There we go.
There we go. 20 seconds for Corey on that Kamek at the end. Yep.
Yeah,
Both of our
GG.
top seeds did struggle a little bit with Kamek at 30 plus seconds for each of their stages, but GG's to our top seeds for their wins. And GG's to Corey and Ty for putting up a great fight.
Yeah, Cards will be earning his second star and FFR his second star as well. These were both 2-0 sweeps, but definitely doesn't tell the full story here. I'm always very impressed when I see Corey and Ty join these tournaments because they, like we mentioned earlier, are PvP guys now. Even though I think technically Corey started out with speedrunning, but he is transitioned to PvP and he won a tournament himself earlier today. So it's very cool to see him rock double duties, and Ty always just killing it in tournaments. We'll see them both next month, but for now, we're going to make it official. Cards and FFR Pro will be taking this match. We'll be seeing them in the semifinals going on tomorrow if you're watching live with us this weekend. And I think it might be their weekends with how I saw them play. I think it was only a matter of time until we see Cards and FFR Pro get that open victory, and maybe we'll even see them in the finals.
Well, we see them both in the finals, but one of them certainly might just make it out all the way there, unless their paths are splitting. No, they are splitting. So yeah, we might just see them both in the final. You are correct. So let's see if anyone wants to make sure that they do not get the chance to get their own cup on these ones. But we see both of them very happy for their wins, very content here.
We got the thumbs up from Cards, and we got the Vaporeon from FFR. Got the El Clasico from both of them. But yeah, well earned. They like play phenomenal as usual. It's just one thing that's really hard when you're going up against FFR and Cards with all the experience over the years, and they've dissected these modes so much with their speed, with their precision, with their consistency. They're going to be setting the bar really, really high, and you got to bring your best if you want to knock them off.
Indeed, you couldn't have said it better. But yeah, round of applause to our top two seeds. Definitely well-deserved victories. Very, very good times on their runs today. And very, very big round of applause to our contenders who really made sure to sweat them as hard as they could on their chase to try to steal a match or two from these top seeds. Well played, everybody.
And we will be taking a look at the bracket now, and we're almost to our full semifinals. That will be our last match, I think, for today at least. But we're going to be seeing that Gamer versus Six matchup first thing on Sunday before these semifinals commence. But the three guys making it there, the top three seeds, Cards, FFR, and BFIN. I think these guys have made the semifinals for every single open so far. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure they have, and it makes sense because these are our three strongest competitors. FFR and BFIN is going to be a banger matchup to watch tomorrow. And then Gamer trying to continue to pull the upsets here, taking out 4-seed Yuki Saka in round 1. But 6, he's proven he's won a tournament already during the open stretch. So he's looking to make it again, and the winner will be taking on Cards in that matchup. So I'm very excited for all of these 4 matchups tomorrow, and we're almost guaranteed a new victor, unless Six has something to say about it, which you never count him out. He can go on some really great runs himself.
Absolutely. It's going to be a joy to see all of these players just claw their way up to the top and try to get the Pup Cup. But let's see if Gamer has it in him to make an upset. Let's see if Six just wants to raise Supreme and steal all the cups for himself until he has his namesake. Or if Cards or FF4 are going to be finally getting their own cup and proving that they are the top seeds for this game and the veterans that deserve the cup. We also never count out the BFIN, who's been putting on all the races here and clearly has been putting all on the effort to make sure that he is on the semifinal well seated. So it's going to be a joy of a game to watch no matter what happens.
Also, we are still in the talks. There is a potential that it could be happening today still. They are talking it out right now, but uh just in general, what a great set of matches that have been played so far. We've had 14 people in total show up for this. This is the biggest open tournament we've had of the year so far. And every single person on this list is like just excellent at this game. There is not a single person who is considered a rookie. Like, I think our lowest seed was Razor Flame, and Razor's been playing in the community for several years, and they're a force to be reckoned with as well. So it's like, it's what's so exciting about this open format, because it's like month by month you have so many opportunities to participate the next time. And I'm excited to hopefully see a new winner or 6 run it back this next time. But it looks like Cards is going to be clearing up a little of what might be happening with this Gamer in 6 matchup.
Yes, appreciate you joining us for this match, Forky. Appreciate you, Tolker, for basically going through the full gauntlet of today's matches to join us for this one. It's good to have you back.
Absolutely. Happy to be back.
So we have a developing situation with GamerX459 against 6. Gamer left his home for a special dinner, and it appears that we may have some sort of ability to actually play out our last quarterfinal today. So I'm going to be talking with 6 for a little bit to see if we are actually good to get things moving to actually finish out this quarterfinals today. That would be cool. So
yeah, very exciting. Everyone always loves more puzzle action.
So I am checking in with 6 at this very moment. We will see if we can get a match going in 30 minutes from now. In fact, I have just gotten the notice from 6 that his stream is live, so you know what? We are not done, puzzlers. We're going to get through one more match today. So we'll be... Oh yes, we will be wrapping up our quarterfinal matches today with the 13 seed GamerX459 and the 5 seed 6. So we'll actually be able to get that to you in about 30 minutes from this moment if you are watching live. If you're watching on YouTube, just have to wait like 24 hours to get this next matchup if you're watching right as it uploads. But we will be completing our quarterfinal bracket round today, and we will bring that to you in due time right after this. So stay tuned. You are watching the League of Puzzle Speedrunners Tetris Attack Speedrun Tournament 2025 Poochy Open.